Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zach, I'm from Australia. Yeah, I've got nothing else to say. Today, one of my first few videos, we're bringing in some VRC content. Just run you through some of the basics and more or less just showcase the program itself. It is an absolute screamer. If you haven't got it yet, and you're definitely, you guys are interested in the racing scene, whether it be on-road or off-road, definitely a way to go, I suppose. It's another avenue at this day and age. There's so much stuff you can get for them now. So, alright, basics about the product. You have obviously your setup sheet. You can change the chassis, engine, exhaust, wheels, bodies, wings, you name it, you can do it. Good thing about these guys is obviously you can change literally hundreds of settings. Very easy to get confused. I think there's a fair share of us that have been through the ringer with this kind of stuff. So if you guys need setup tips with the cars, VRC Pro does have a website, vrcworld.com. You can go on there and get a lot of your information and setups, which is admittedly what I've done. I've made a few changes here and there, but usually once a circle, always a circle. So yeah, you can kind of vary your own kind of settings. Righto, well, today we have gone to Silver Dollar. This is one of my favorite tracks. It's just a really well planned out track, flowing, high grip, kind of like your, I suppose, one of your more, how do you put it? Just an awesome track. So we're going to jump in, running offline at the moment, so just going to cut a few laps and hopefully not fail too bad for you guys. So let's see how we go. I honestly haven't been on here in a good 8 to 12 months. I did have to wait a small millennia to be able to play the game. I had about 3 or 4 hours of updates, so I've been kind of chewing up my nails this afternoon or tonight. So just hear me out for the first few laps. I may not appear too confident, but I'm not too bad, hopefully. Oh, got more gas there. But yeah, basically about me. There we go. There's not much to tell, really. I recently purchased a whole stack of recording equipment for YouTube and just general kind of videos, I suppose, because I've had a lot of people hit me up, even locally, with regards to just RC equipment in general. I was lucky enough to own and manage a hobby shop, for most of my life. So speaking of which, I'm only 21. So yeah, it's good to be around in the kind of industry for so long and just be able to share information with some of the guys, because you get into the track sometimes and last thing you want to see, and we've all been through it, the RC guys anyways, you have your off your days and your on days, so the more often we can help people, and just even if it's something simple and tiny. I had a saying back in my school days, ask a question, you're an idiot for a day. You don't ask a question, you're an idiot for life. So that's a good philosophy to live by, in my words. Maybe not as crude, but along those kind of lines. But yeah, when I first started out, I honestly first time picked up a controller, I was probably 13, and I actually started with on-road racing, and that was quite big in my hometown back in the day. Kind of evolved from there into your aircraft side of things, so your helis and your planes. But yeah, so I did a fair few comps, got sort of as good as I could get. Sorry, mind my bad English. and then just kind of dove back into the cars, and at that point in time the 1/8 scale stuff was really starting to pick up, so I jumped on that bandwagon and haven't looked back since. So it hasn't turned out too bad, I must admit. My first run of the game is on par with some of the guys, so yeah, again, if you guys have any issues with the setups, or if you just aren't too sure, it is like one big family, so chances are you ask someone somewhere's going to have an answer for you. So I have recently installed Phoenix RC, which, if you're not too sure, is probably one of the better, if not the best, flight sim on the market for the model aircraft. So I'll be bringing you some content of that within the next probably day or two. There's millions, literally millions of videos out there, you know, with how to fly basics and how to learn all the maneuvers. But I'll just be purely doing a bit of a fly session and just talking to you guys basically. So alright, well, enough rambling for a couple of minutes. I'm going to try and put in a decent lap, and then that'll probably do it for today. Cause no. Alright, we're good. We're back on track. I'll be diving into the games and that kind of stuff a lot more. I am quite interested, I suppose, in that side of things. So I'll be getting obviously all my mates together, and we'll be making some just general content of some of the games. Try not to be too serious about it, but at the same time, just be in contact with as many people as I can, just on how to help out, I suppose. I am a Counter-Strike noob. I'm quite happy I've reached level 4, which probably isn't a lot at all, but it's taken me a couple of days to get there. Going into my probably second competitive match, probably tonight, tomorrow, and hopefully get some ranks up and not look so sucky, I suppose. Alright, one more lap and hopefully we've got enough gas in the tank. This is for TQ. Or not, maybe it's for the B main. Alright, well guys, I want to cut off there. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching as well. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. If you have any requests, leave it in the comments. And yeah, I'll be bringing you guys content obviously more and more throughout the week, and hopefully I can expand it obviously into games and all that kind of stuff. So once again, thanks guys, have a good afternoon, and I shall talk to you soon. Ciao.